All right, we're back. Jason, I know sometimes that Michael Holly likes to do kind of like a little rapid fire with you. I'm not going to quite do the same thing, but I want to get into a number of stories that have been trending on Black Twitter, NBA Twitter. Twitter was lively. Social media has been lively the last couple of days. So I want to
Very.
get your I'm like, there's not really sports stuff to talk about. We need to talk about what is going on because there's just so much, and we're not going to get to it all. But I want to get through as many as I can and see what your thoughts are on some of them. Is that cool? Does that work for you?
That sounds
Okay.
great. I'm going to slip in some sports anyway, so that works great.
So last night, and he is someone that I don't want to talk about in your feed. You sort of pose the question now that, the person who shall not be named, people referred to him as a genius at one time, has been suspended from Twitter. Can we stop talking about anti Semitism and racism? But he set Twitter ablaze last night. Like, he just put out so much that it was impossible to ignore. And I don't want to make light of some of the very harmful things that came out yesterday. We know he appeared on Alex Jones. I'm not going to get into that because I think we all know it's abhorrent. Like, no one here is trying to defend his actions or anything he was saying, but he just put out so much. He's like, I'm going out with a blaze, and he just said some stuff. So he said some stuff that got NBA Twitter talking, and I don't want to harp too much on people's social lives, but he said that his his
I
ex.
know, I know, and I know, and you know that Cliff Paul is going to make an appearance sometime soon to explain what his twin might have been doing at a certain residence. That's all I know. That's all I know. I don't know if you can trust what anything that the person who shall not be named has to say, but I will tell you, the internet black Twitter sleuths who, after that particular statement from that particular shoe-selling rapper, suggested that he had caught Chris Paul in an inappropriate interaction with his wife. We don't know if that's true or not. We don't know if any of these
Right.
allegations are true. We want to be very clear about that. But we also want to be clear about the fact that then you have people looking back and saying, well, why is it when Drake was having a beef with Ye that he was dressed in Chris Paul jerseys with all of his friends in the video? Did Drake know about this at some point? I will tell you this. Michael Bennett wrote a great book several years ago called Things That Make White People Uncomfortable. He wrote it with Dave Zirin. It's one of my favorite sports books to read. And in the book, Michael Bennett said, sports are basically just soap operas for men. Guys like mess too. And
I
this
love
is
that.
mess. Women like mess, men like mess, and that's what this is. It's just mess. It's just mess.
Listen, it was perfect, and I hate it because I don't like. Look, again, we don't know that it's true, but it's just the perfect kind of thing for Twitter and for social media. We got some great memes, tweets. Black Twitter will laugh and make anything funny. So it was an epic night.
Yes.
Um, it was an epic night, and I must say, his very last tweet. His very last tweet of the night that he said he wanted to be known for his last tweet, the picture of a certain new owner of Twitter jumping off of into the water? Was it off of a boat? Allegedly, that's not the reason why he was suspended from Twitter, but that picture had me dying. I was like, you need a little sunshine. So it was just it was a crazy night, and he definitely like had all of social media, Instagram, Twitter, everyone talking about it and making jokes.
That is victory. Look, let me tell you something about what people like him do. If there's one thing that he has mastered, it's making himself the focus of attention. I ain't hear nobody talking about his music. I don't hear nobody talking about his shoes. But if he
Yeah.
can draw attention to himself, that is part of his success. I personally and professionally, I don't care much about his political statements. It's offensive, it's terrible, blah, blah, blah. I, like you, have probably had numerous conversations with African American friends and social people who have opinions about what he has said that we find problematic. But in the grand scheme of things, a neo-Nazi fraternizing, self-hating, former rapping shoe salesman's opinions about politics is not something that I care to hear anything about. I find him to be about as substantive in politics as Herschel Walker without nearly as many allusions to vampires.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.